Hey there, everybody. Welcome to this reading. This is a what to let go of in 2020 reading. So thank you to Sandy, and hello, Sandy, by the way. But we are going to do a what to let go of. I'm going to be doing all signs tonight. So there will be timestamps below this video for every single sign. Actually, hold on, because this is a shopping list right here, people. So I can't lose this shopping list, but I am going to put the timestamps on this other side. So that'll be that. But hello, everybody. Sal, hello. Sandy, hello. Like I said, Jim, hello. Jim, Dad, hello. A. Smith, hello. A. Smith, if you could, thank you for the super chat, by the way. If you could just type in your question again, that would be great. I can't go backwards, so I saw you type in your question, and I told myself I was going to remember it, but I honestly don't. Michelle, hello. I am doing great. Thank you for asking. Really appreciate it. A. Smith, you say here, thank you again. You say, can you give an indication what's heading towards me in the near future? You have the Chariot, some sort of victory coming in for you, so some sort of win. Definitely could be a choice. Virgo always gets these cards of choices to choices to make, basically. And the Star is like some sort of renewal or having the opportunity to kind of feel refreshed. This looks like just rest and relaxation to me, A. Smith. So I feel like this is almost like you coming up to a point in your life where you're going to be able to take a break, or maybe you're just going to be feeling like you're able to, have some time to yourself, or you have some time to kind of recharge your batteries, basically. Knight of Pentacles. And Knight of Pentacles is like working towards something. So I feel like you're like going to be working very hard, but this looks really good. Could be you reaching your goals and things like that as well. Love it. So that's that. Sandy, I have not checked my email today at all. So I will check my email tonight, and I will email you back right after I get done with this video. Lenny, hello. Thank you for the super chat. You say, how does my Libra Darian feel about me? King of Pentacles. I like this for you, Lanny. This to me could be like a very stable relationship. King of Pentacles, something permanent. King of Cups is like a knight in shining armor, so definitely could be love for sure. I like it. A. Smith, thank you. It looks really good. Literally, Michelle, thank you for the super chat. How does D view me? The Sun, Justice. The Sun is, happiness. It's the best card in the deck, so like a celebration. You have to be careful with your words here, because he could just view you as being very happy. But the Sun is a very good card. Justice is just like viewing you as very balanced, as very fair, basically. Nicole Long, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. My new job sucks, with an exclamation point at the end. In more ways than one. So disappointed. When will I be offered something else? I feel sick with stress. Yes, you do, because you're allowing yourself to be stressed. But you have the Knight of Cups and the Fool. I feel like you'll find something very soon, is what I'd say to you. Yeah, Nine of Wands, 2 nines. 2 9 says there are billions of opportunities available for you. Nines to me are cards of opportunity. The Fool is like taking some sort of leap of faith. I feel like as always, it wouldn't be a Nicole reading without the good old 7 of Cups here. So I feel like you need to get very specific about what you want here, Nicole, and that's what I would do here. So that's that. Page of Wands. So Page of Wands is your desire, Nicole. Page of Wands says that you have desires. Maybe you don't know what these desires are. You would be surprised. I feel like a lot of people don't actually know what they want, really, in life, really. When you think about it. How many times have you maybe gotten something in your life where you're like, wow, I didn't know I wanted that, right? So I feel like most people aren't very clear about what they want in life in general, or there are things that people don't even know what they want. So, this is about getting very clear on your desires and needing to do that, especially with that 7 of Cups. But I feel like there's something new coming in. 9 of Cups is satisfaction. Your next question here is, the lady I work with is moody and has already caused issues. Apparently the boss says he might fire her. Do you reckon she will? You have the 7 of Pentacles. Both cards represent patience. 7 of Pentacles, temperance. So probably not anytime soon is what I would say to you, Nicole. This could say yes, 8 of Cups. But you know what the 8 of Cups really tells me? The 8 of Cups really tells me that your answer is basically no. Because the 8 of Cups really tells me that you will probably end up getting something else. Like you are going to be the one walking away before she gets fired, if that makes sense. So I would say no, if I'm being honest. Val A, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. A couple of cards for the rest of the week, please. You have the Eight of Pentacles, Val, and the Three of Cups. This is really good because this to me is kind of like putting in the work, just really good card for work, Val. Three Cups, celebrations, happiness, kind of like having good things happen to you. Yeah, Two of Swords. Two of Swords is like a difficult decision. Everybody's getting this card lately, Val. I don't know what it is. I don't know why it's coming up, honestly. King of Wands, a lot of growth happening for you at this time. Ten of Wands, releasing burdens. That's probably what it is. I take it back. I know exactly what it is, Val. So what I would say to you, Val, is that we just had this eclipse, right? That eclipse that we just had was all about like needing to let go of something that maybe we don't want to let go of. So yeah, I just feel like that's basically what the eclipse was about like needing to let go of things that maybe we don't want to release or that we don't want to let go of. But that's the thing, is that if we let go of something that we don't want to let go of, then we actually get like a brighter future. We get something else that's even better to kind of like take its place. And I feel that energy for you. Like you could be releasing something that you don't want to let go of. Could be anything, and something much better is going to be taking its place. So that's what I would say to you. Sarah, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. How do people feel about me at work? Four of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, pretty good is what I'd say. Four of Swords is indifference, is what I would say to you, Sarah. So maybe they don't really think about you. I know that sounds mean, but don't take that as a mean statement, Sarah. I feel like it's a good thing. It's like maybe you don't cross their mind, which could be a good thing. Ten of Pentacles would say that some people see you as a hard worker, as someone who creates abundance. So that would be good, because that would say that they see you as someone who kind of like puts in the work if you're creating abundance. So I feel like this is fine for you, Sarah. Again, I would love to get this card, basically, the Four of Swords. It's just basically like people just don't have any thoughts about you at all. Which, again, like I said, that sounds a lot more harsh than I mean it. I don't mean it like that, but I feel like you're picking up what I'm putting down. So, yeah, that's what I would say here with this card. I feel like it's a good thing. So, I like it a lot, is what I'm going to say to you. But that looks good. All right. Okay. Claire, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say here, a couple cards for the work, please. You have the King of Cups, Claire. This is like knowing that you need to change, or knowing that... I feel like I say this to you every time, Claire, right? Or something similar. I feel like for you, this is like saying that maybe there is going to be some sort of change in direction in work, or there needs to be a change, like you getting a different job or asking for a raise. Again, this would not necessarily represent like leaving your job, but it could represent kind of like asking for a raise or a promotion or asking for something more. So this to me would just say there's probably like going to be some sort of change for you. Yeah, Six of Cups says try again, Claire. So if you have like in work, if you have tried something, if you have like tried to get something different, or if you have tried to ask for a raise or a promotion, Six of Cups, it's kind of a card of second chances. Not really a card of second chances, but just a kind of. So, yeah, that's what I would say to you here, for sure. So I feel like some sort of change, or wanting a change with that Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups to me, no matter what, is a change in direction. Queen of Cups, like I always tell people, I read intuitively. I don't necessarily use the meanings of the cards, the traditional meanings of the cards. I say what I feel. And to me, the Queen of Cups is a card of change in direction and represents some sort of change. So to me, it, just says you're changing. You're probably looking for something else. So and I feel like you will find it. Six of Cups is a card of happiness. So I would keep looking. Six of Cups says if you've been looking, things will get better. So that's what I would say to you. Nicole, hello again. Thank you. You say, I'm stressed because of the duties of this role and the demand and expectations, plus the disgusting negative energy and the staff here. Oh, it's disgusting, isn't it, Nicole? You have the High Priestess and the Ace of Swords. This is like just about staying focused and things like that as well, is what I'd say to you. High Priestess is you, Pisces. So High Priestess says trust your intuition, of course, but it's also a card of mysteries. And High Priestess can be a card of manifestation as well, Nicole. So it could be saying like try to keep it positive, like I always say to you. Ace of Swords, Ace of Swords is definitely some sort of like change, basically. So it could represent some sort of change here with this card. Three of Pentacles, teamwork. Three of Pentacles is just kind of like a card of teamwork, but it could also be a card of like you putting in the work on your own, like putting your work into things on your own, work or business wise. And just that's that. But I feel like things will change, Nicole. Hey, Bitlot, I do have your email for sure. and I will take care of that. Brittany, thank you for the super chat. Anything coming towards me? Love, yes, love is what I'd say to you, Brittany. I feel like this is, like, Three of Swords would say sadness, but you have the Lovers, love. So, like, love coming towards you. Three of Swords is about needing to let something go. So, something from the past go. Yeah, could be a fire sign coming in for you, Brittany. That wouldn't surprise me. This is, like, someone who's very passionate about you. So, I feel like it could be love coming in for you. JC, please check your email. You got it, JC. In the meantime, advice, please. Micromanaged CRA pressure, having to document my work. Will things calm or need to start interviewing? JC, my problem with you is I do feel like you are going to get a new job. So, like, you know what I mean? I feel like I've told you in the past as well that there's definitely something new coming in for you. So I just feel like there's something new coming in for you. Queen of Pentacles, at a crossroads, having a choice to make. Ten of Cups, fortune after difficulty. So I feel like there's something new coming in for you for sure, but maybe it's just like in the future. I feel like I've said that to you in the past as well, and maybe that's why like you're waiting or whatever. So yeah, Two of Cups, like something you match up better with, something that makes more sense. JC, I've said it before, right? All the Capricorn energy, we will not tolerate this crap. And also, not only that, all the energy in Uranus. Saturn and Capricorn, to me, kind of like makes us look at things that are like extra, like in a job, like doing, a micromanaged crap and all that other stuff. And Saturn and Capricorn is like, why do we do all this, right? Like, why do we have to do all this stuff, all this extra stuff? What's the point, right? So to me, Saturn and Capricorn wants efficiency, wants things to be, it's like the 80-20 rule. It's like, does that really contribute to the 20% that's going to lead to 80% of the results? Probably not. So yeah, I just feel like you're going to probably move on to something else, but maybe in the future. Sassy Capricorn, thank you for the super chat. Can I please ask about love this week at work? Are you talking? I hope you're asking about love at work, is what I'd say to you. I feel like you're very attractive at this time. The Strength card is definitely saying patience. Yeah, I feel like there is love here. If you are interested in someone at work, Sassy Capricorn, then I would say there's love here with the Ace of Cups. If you are looking for love, then I feel like this is love coming in. Queen of Wands says you're very attractive at this time. The Strength card could be a Leo, but it could also just say patience. It just says, like, don't rush into something, basically, is what I'd say to you. But definitely love. Ace of Cups, so definitely love coming in for you. Nicole, thank you again for the super chat. Really appreciate it. I need guidance on how to handle everything while I'm still here. What the hell does that mean? Cards, when's new job coming? You have the Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. Five of Swords. Five of Swords is a card that says you do need to be selfish at this time. Ace of Wands, some sort of like new beginning, basically coming in for you here. Six of Swords, moving on to calmer shores. I feel like you need to believe that things are going to improve for you. I mean, of course they are, but Six of Swords is moving on to calmer shores, and it's like improvements. Ace of Wands is a passionate new beginning. I feel like you had this card the other night, the Ace of Wands. I could be wrong. Yeah, King of Swords, you always get this card. What is this about? I don't even know what this would be about for you, Nicole. Could be like a mentor, or could be someone who makes you see things in a different way. King of Swords to me is someone who's like older than you. Not always true. Could be just someone very mature, someone very successful who kind of makes you see things in a different way, basically, in your life. Too many fives. Too much sadness for you. I feel like you need to kind of like focus on the small things. I'll be the first to say, like, I'm not a big fan of positive thinking. I tell people to think positively, Nicole, but as I always say, if you read like any biography about like a millionaire, like a lot of biographies about millionaires, or I've even heard a lot of stories about people who are very successful, their lives are total garbage before and they think very negatively before they are very successful. So I mean, I don't think positive thinking is all it's cracked up to be, especially if you take your negative your stinking thinking. If you can take it and if you can channel it into something better, I feel like that's great. But three fives is not great, Nicole, is what I would say to you. So I feel like there does need to be some positivity here, is what I would say to you. The other thing is I would be focusing on like smaller improvements as well. I always tell people, if your life is shit, your life is shit, right? I feel like it's wrong. Like, I've heard plenty of other people, who talk to people, and they're like, oh, you just need to think positively and all this other stuff. But sometimes if your life sucks, right? And there's really nothing you can do about it. But what I would say is, like, small improvements. What are you going to do about it? Like, you have to find, like, one small win. What is a win for you? And I feel like that's what you have to create with these fives. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like you're going through a change, some sort of rebirth, Nicole. So I do feel like things will improve. So I know it's not a great answer, but I do feel like things will improve. And I definitely feel like there's a new job coming in for you for sure. Like right away. So that's what I'd say there. All right, I'm going to be late. So let's get started, people. We are going to do a... we are going to be doing a... I already forgot. What to let go of in 2020. We are going to be doing all signs here, people. So all signs, what do you need to let go of in 2020? And we're going to be starting with Aries. I'm going to be doing this as kind of like a speed reading. So we are going to do this kind of quick. But Aries, let's see. Aries, I feel like what you need to let go of in 2020 is maybe spying. So I would say if you're spying on someone from the past, I would let that go. This could also just be someone sneaky from your past. So if someone is spying on you, Aries, maybe it's time to like block that person, or maybe it's time to let them go. This would also make a lot of sense to me, Aries, as far as the eclipse. It's funny that I was just talking about the eclipse at the beginning of this reading here, Aries, because to me this eclipse could represent like needing to allow something to die so that we can create something new in our lives. And I'm talking about the eclipse we just had. So the Page of Swords is like an element of your childhood, or maybe something that you thought you wanted to do in your childhood. So I feel like some of you need to let something go from your childhood, possibly with the Page of Swords. It could be some sort of idea or some sort of dream. Like I literally talked about this the other night, right? Is that I was talking about, I actually don't remember what the hell I was talking about, Aries, but I was talking about something about ballerinas, right? I was basically saying maybe when you were 6 years old, you wanted to grow up and be a ballerina. Maybe now you're 60 and maybe you have like 2 fake hips or something like that. Maybe your eyeball is missing. I don't know, something could be wrong, and so maybe you still have the desire to be a ballerina, but maybe it's just not physically possible. But the Page of Swords is saying, is there a way for you to evolve the idea of being a ballerina? Is there something else you could do that is related? So I feel like a lot of people, I just feel like this eclipse that we just had is kind of like bringing that up for a lot of people, and I feel like it's bringing that up for you, Aries. It's like, how can you take something that you wanted to do that maybe you can't do, but maybe there are ways that you could kind of do something that would still bring in happiness, joy, whatever, into your life. So there you go, Aries. I like that. I feel like that is good. So thank you, Aries. Taurus, I didn't forget about you tonight, right? Taurus, you have the Ace of Cups, so I feel like what you need to let go of from the past here is potentially some sort of like emotion. I don't know how I feel about this. This to me would be your, Uranus in your sign, right? So this could be your attachment to something. Like maybe you have a certain attachment to something like food, right? Like emotionally, food can affect a lot of people, right? People have emotional attachments to food, and then they kind of like get overweight or something like that. For others, it could be other emotional attachments that you have. I don't know, really weird message, but I feel like some of you, this is about letting go of emotional attachments to just things in general. So that would kind of make sense with Uranus in your sign. For others, I feel like this could be, I'm getting a lot of stuff here, Taurus. For some of you, I do feel like this could be like hoping for clarity or closure from a person in your life. And I feel like this is saying like it's time to let go. Like the Ace of Cups can represent like an offer of peace, or can represent a message coming in from a person. It's like a kind of like an olive branch from a person. So I feel like some of you aren't going to get it, like probably from the past. So it might be time to let that go with the Ace of Cups. For others, this could represent just like the thought that certain things will make you happy. I always talk about this, right? Like, for example, in love, a relationship should just be a cherry on top of our lives. If we're happy on our own, then when that person isn't there, then we're still happy, right? So that's why I keep telling people, like, get to the point where you're happy on your own, or where you can create your own happiness. So then when a relationship comes in, it's just a cherry on top, right? It's not something that you need to have in your life. So I feel like some of you are just kind of like getting to that point as well. This could also be like developing a skill as well. You know, I always tell people, you could burn down my house, you could steal all the money out of my bank accounts, you could totally try to destroy my life, and guess what? I'd be on the streets making money tomorrow. Why? Because I've developed the skills to be able to do that. So I have more skills. Believe it or not, people, I know I just look like just a regular old card jockey here on YouTube, but I have other skills, right? So I feel like this is saying that you need to develop other skills, or there are skills that you have already that could kind of provide you that security. So there you go. I don't know. Crazy messages tonight, people. I don't know what's going on, but there we go. All right, Gemini. Let's see what we have for you, Gemini people. And Gemini. Gemini, you have the Ten of Swords here. So I feel like for some of you, again, Gemini, this is what you need to let go of in 2020. Ten of Swords says you need to let go of something that you should have let go of already. So to me, the Ten of Swords basically is a card of something that is dead, done, over with. So I feel like there is something that's already run its course in your life. I would say you probably are already getting signs. To me, for you, Gemini, this is definitely the Capricorn energy, all the energy that we have in Gemini. So all the energy we have in Capricorn, the energy in Capricorn is pretty straightforward, right? Like, if we're trying to start a business and things don't work, then it kind of means that it's just not going to work with this energy that we have in Capricorn. That's not 100% true, so I'm usually very careful to say that, but it could definitely say, like, if you've been trying to get something to work for a very long time and it's not working, Ten of Swords just simply says it's done. So I feel like some of you need to kind of like trust those messages where something isn't working, it's just not working. For others, this to me could represent like letting go of anything. And it could be a location, for example. Ten of Swords to me is like the card of commerce. It's a card of going from one place to another as well. So some of you, this could be talking about moving or traveling, or it could just represent going from one location to another. So I feel like this is kind of like just saying that there could be some sort of change coming into your life. This could also represent needing to let go of, it's funny because I did your weekly reading, Gemini, and I feel like in your weekly reading, I'm pretty sure it was you, although it was like a couple days ago that I did your reading, but I said something about your head over your heart. I'm getting like the same message for you. I'm pretty sure that was you, Gemini, but I said something about like a head over heart decision, or needing to use your heart, not your head. So I feel like you need to kind of make more heart-based decisions with this Ten of Swords for some reason. I feel like there are decisions coming in that could be more heart-based, if that makes sense. But that's what I got for you, Gemini. So thank you, Gemini. All right, Cancer. Cancer, you have the Five of Swords. I feel like Cancer, Jesus, it wouldn't be a Cancer reading without the Five of Swords, right? So some sort of breakup. I feel like you need to let go of something from the past year. Cancer, every single one of your readings that I do is about letting go of like a past relationship or something along those lines. So I'd say if you're stuck on a past relationship, I feel like it's definitely time to move on. I feel like there's definitely new love coming in for you, but it's like saying as long as you're holding on to something from the past, you're not going to be able to move forward. So that's what I'd say here with the Five of Swords. For others, this to me could represent needing to kind of like face your fears. Not really fears, but the Five of Swords to me is a card of kind of taking a risk. But the question we're asking tonight is, what do you need to let go of? So again, if I'm using a lot of sneaky language here, Cancer, I would say that this could represent needing to take some sort of risk, but needing to let go of your fears to be able to take care of the risk, basically, with this card. So I feel like there are like risks that you could potentially take. For some reason, I'm also getting writing on this card as well. So I'd say any of you who are doing writing, or maybe it's that you need to write, or maybe you need to get started on writing, something like that is popping into my head. So that's kind of weird. Again, this card would not represent writing, but it's popping into my head, so I'm going to say it. For others, that's really all I get here. But I feel like it's mostly about letting something go. So that's what I'd say to you. But thank you, Cancer. All right, let's see what we have for Leo people. And Leo. Leo, you have the Four Wands coming up first here. So I feel like you need to, as always, Leo, right? I feel like you need to let go of what other people think. I always say this is my boring old lady card when I use the Golden Tarot. So these old ladies right here, they're boring old hall monitor types, right? These are the kids that would ask for homework when your teacher didn't give you any. Do you all know what I'm talking about? That one idiot in the back of the classroom that would be like, you didn't give us homework. and everybody was like, shut up or we're going to stab you in the lunchroom, right? That's these three right here. So I feel like a lot of you need to, I feel like these people are holding you back. I feel like these people are the people that are asking for homework in your life. So I feel like a lot of you need to cut those people out. For others, I feel like this is just not needing to make sure that you don't worry about what other people are saying about you. Again, Four of Wands to me is a card of freedom, and it's a card of kind of like moving towards something that you want, or creating more freedom in your life. But it is a card of needing to not worry about what other people think, especially this golden tarot card. I actually don't think that the Four of Wands means that, but to me, it kind of does. So this Four of Wands right here, because these old ladies are stopping people from getting into this celebration. They are stopping people from getting into this wedding, whatever you want to call it. So I feel like some of you need to let that go. For others, I feel like this is about maybe more your beliefs. Like maybe you believe you can't be free. I feel like these three ladies are representing something in your life, and it could represent you kind of like thinking that you can't have this freedom, but it's like you can't. So I feel like you need to kind of like focus on creating more freedom in your life with this Four of Wands. Or like doing things that could lead to freedom as well. The other thing, I feel like saying if someone's done it, you can as well, Leo. So a lot of you could be thinking that you can't do something, but I actually feel like you can. So it's like if someone has done something, I feel like you can do it, plain and simple, with these cards. So if there's something you want to do, I feel like you just have to do it with this card. For others, I mean, this could represent letting go of a marriage. So if you're going through a divorce, this could just represent a divorce. I do feel like maybe like some of you who have already been divorced could be thinking a lot about the past, or could be thinking about the person that you got a divorce from, but you know, whatever. I feel like you're walking away from it. So there you go. Ling, exactly. Those kids sat in the front row. You are absolutely right, Ling. No doubt about it. So thank you, Ling. You are right. All right, Virgo, let's see what you need to let go of. Virgo, I feel like you need to let go of the liar, the cheater, the stealer. So if someone has lied, cheated, or stolen from you, Seven of Swords would say let that person go. For others, again, fears. Seven of Swords to me is internal fears that don't exist. So I feel like a lot of you need to let go of your fears, or fears just in general. To me, I'm a little bit, as I always say, Virgo, I'm biased. So it's funny because someone left me a comment and the other night. They're like, how do you know so much about Virgo's astrology? I'm like, well, the problem is I get like 900 questions about a Virgo every single night. So, because of this, and because I'm very nosy, I looked into Virgo's astrology, or have been looking into Virgo's astrology quite a bit, because I just get so many questions about Virgo every single night. It's crazy, right? So, I'm a little bit biased, but I feel like a lot of you have been dealing with a lot of fears. I feel like you've been dealing with a lot of like upsets as well. Really, what I feel like the Seven of Swords is it's like maybe in the past you've tried to do something, maybe it was like 2 steps forward, and maybe it was like 20 steps back. So it's like every 2 steps you take forward, it's like a major setback, not just a tiny little step back. I feel like people can deal with 2 steps forward, 1 step back. At least you're making a little bit of progress. But to me, I feel like you have been, maybe in the past 2 years, you've experienced like major setbacks, or maybe you have kind of made a little bit of progress, but then it always gets taken away, something along those lines. So I feel like some of you need to let that kind of like thought go. It's like maybe you were having the thoughts, or maybe you were thinking that things are always going to be going backwards, but I don't think so. So I feel like some of you need to let go of those fears. Seven of Swords says that you could also have a lot of fears about things, right? You could have a lot of fears about setbacks, but guess what? On this card, normally there's a noose on the ground with the Seven of Swords. It's like this guy can see the noose. He sees the problem before he steps into the noose, right? So it's just saying you will see the problems before they appear. So it's like avoid the traps that show up, and you will be fine. So there's really no reason to be fearful. So I feel like this is talking about like overcoming fears for you here, Virgo, and I feel like that will lead to a lot of good stuff. So thank you, Virgo. Really appreciate it. All right, Libra. Let's see what we have for you, Libra people. Libra. I mean, are you kidding me? Libra, Nine of Wands. So attention and success and moving towards success. This to me would represent like one last try as well. It's funny, this is a reading of what to let go of in 2020, but I feel like this is saying like one more try or something like that. So again, maybe what you're having to let go of in 2020 is the fear of having to start over, or the fear of having to try something again with this card. So I feel like you need to kind of like not worry about having to start something over again here with this Nine of Wands. For others, I feel like you need to let go of not wanting attention as well. So again, would not be tonight we're pulling one card per sign and you get the Nine of Wands. I mean, that is crazy to me. So you always get this card, and I would just say, to me, it's a card of recognition and achievement, needing to get as much recognition as you possibly can. To me, this is a card that says maybe you need to, kind of like let your voice be heard. For whatever reason, I feel like your voice is not being heard with this Nine of Wands. Maybe you need to scream louder. Maybe you need to tell people things. I don't know. There's a very strong energy in the astrology, not just for you, Libra, but I feel like for everybody, there's like a very strong energy where if like we want to be something, I feel like we can be whatever we want right now, literally, no joke, but we really have to we have to be that thing. I really don't know how to verbalize it, obviously, but it's like, I feel like that certain people, it's like the only difference between someone who's like famous and not famous is I feel like they are famous. Like they have that energy about them. So I feel like this year, 2020, actually probably for like the next 7 years, I feel like people are going to be learning how to like embrace the energy of something that they want to be. So I feel like this Nine of Wands is saying the only reason you are not something that you want in your life or that you want to be is because you're not like embracing that energy. You are not that thing. It's like I always tell people, it's like, talking about millionaires earlier. It's like millionaires do certain things, right? They do certain things to make a lot of money. So it's like if you do those things, you will also make a lot of money. That's what I mean by embracing the energy. Millionaires have certain habits. And again, I'm just using money as an example. Everybody always gets their panties in a wad every single time I talk about millionaires, right? But get over it, number one. But number two, I would say here that I feel like embracing the energy or doing the things that famous people do. I don't know why fame is popping into my head, but it could be anything. It's like maybe you want to become very big at your job or in your business. This would say look at what other people in something similar do, and that will probably kind of like lead to a lot of success. So that's what I feel like you need to do with this card there. But that looks good. I like it, Libra. So thank you, Libra. Scorpio. Scorpio, you have the Two of Pentacles here. I feel like you need to let go of indecision with this Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, it's not really a card of indecision, but I would say in a reading where we're talking about things that you need to let go of, I would say that this could represent juggling and indecision. It could represent having a hard time making a decision. So I feel like you just need to make a choice with this Two of Pentacles. It's really weird because you in Virgo, for whatever reason, always get very similar messages in your readings, and I always say this to Virgo, that just making any decision is better than no decision. So I feel like you just have to make a choice with the Two of Pentacles in any area of your life. I feel like for some of you that this could also represent needing to be like less serious. Two of Pentacles to me, like if we're doing a reading, like I almost consider this type of reading that I'm doing tonight to be kind of like a challenge reading, if that makes sense. Like what to let go of. It's kind of like a challenge, right? We have to let go of something. So in a challenge reading, the Two of Pentacles to me would represent needing to almost kind of be less serious. It's a card of fun. It's a card of need to have more fun, needing to allow more fun into your life, but also just needing to be more open to different ways of doing things, or needing to be more open to spontaneous energy. And it's funny because I said Virgo, right? Virgo, not very spontaneous. So I feel like that there's like more spontaneous energy that you need to open up to with this Two of Pentacles. But there's probably just more opportunity because you're more spontaneous. So that's what I would say here with the Two of Pentacles. For others, I feel like you could just be, I almost feel like this as a release as well. I feel like some of you could just be not putting energy into things. This is a figure 8 right here, and it represents infinity, which is basically just an exchange of energy. So I feel like some of you are just pulling your energy away from things that no longer serve you, and that's that. So that's what I got for you, Scorpio. But thank you, Scorpio. Sag. Let's see what we have for you. Sagittarius, you have the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like you need to let go of some sort of thought for resources is popping into my head. Like maybe I feel like this could be you thinking that maybe a certain job, or maybe that you are going to gather resources in a certain way. And for some of you, I feel like you need to let go of that thought with the Queen of Pentacles. I'm getting like the word practical as well. For some of you, I feel like you need to kind of like be more practical, or I feel like you need to kind of look for more practical opportunities, like in work or business, for gathering more resources, basically. The Queen of Pentacles is definitely a path. So I would say that's probably the challenge for you right now, Sagittarius, is that the Queen of Pentacles could say that there are like a lot of resources available to you financially, like in work or business, but you probably have to start some sort of journey to get those resources. So this could represent like going through training at work to get a raise or a promotion, or needing to go back to school, for example. I'm not saying that's what you have to do, but it's definitely an option with the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like there are like options for more resources or for more success with the Queen of Pentacles, but it probably requires some sort of work or something like that. I'm almost getting like sacrifice on this card as well. I'm not saying you're going to have to sacrifice something. I'm just saying, it could be like going back to school. So maybe you're sacrificing time. I feel like it'd be worth it with this Queen of Pentacles. So yeah, I love this card a lot for sure. But I feel like some of you are just kind of like letting go of something like that. For others, I feel like this could also, I've never even noticed this before. She is blushing on this card. It's going to be really hard to see, but she's blushing. I feel like some of you need to, again, not care what other people think. This could represent like worrying too much about what other people think, or worrying about being embarrassed if you say something or whatever. So I feel like some of you, I feel like this is talking about speaking your mind. There's even like a little bird over here that I'm really focused on as well, which you're not going to be able to see. But yeah, I feel like this is talking about you needing to speak your mind, maybe needing to let go of some more reserved energy with this card. So yeah, that's what I'd say to you, Sagittarius. I actually like it. So thank you, Sag. Capricorn. Let's see. Capricorn, I feel like you need to let go of sadness with this card. I feel like there could be like an element of sadness coming up for you here with the Five of Cups. For some of you, this could just be sick and tired of something. This could be very obvious. This is what I'll tell you, Capricorn. When I was younger, I think my mother will tell you this too. I asked for Pringles for Christmas, believe it or not. So, but you know what? I had too many Pringles, and I have not had Pringles since then because I had too many Pringles and I felt sick, right? And it's like I had too many Pringles, so I can't eat them anymore. Thinking about Pringles makes me sick now. So the Five of Cups is like a card of eating too many Pringles and getting sick and not wanting them anymore. It's a card of overindulgence, having too much. So I feel like some of you are just, really this isn't, I really feel like this is not an answer at all. I feel like you're just saying that you're just like letting go of something that you have had too much of. So I feel like you could be kind of removing things. This would actually be a good thing. I feel like some of you could be letting go of like, I wouldn't say addictions, but I would say things that no longer serve you, or things that kind of cause problems or whatever. But yeah, I would say let go of the Pringles. I'm going to pull another card for you. Yeah, I feel like some of you just need to let go of the past, is what I would say to you. I feel like you need to let go of things kind of that no longer serve you with that Five of Cups. The Fool says you have everything you need. The Five of Cups also says you have everything you need to get started. So the Five of Cups is a card where there are still, on this Five of Cups, by the way, there's still 3 cups standing. So to me, the Five of Cups says you kind of have everything you need to get started on some sort of journey. The Fool says what you need to let go of is not getting started. I feel like you need to start something new here. So that's what I got for you, Capricorn. There you go. Thank you, Capricorn. Aquarius, let's see what you need to let go of at this time for 2020. Aquarius, you have the Ten of Pentacles here. So I feel like for you, Aquarius, the Ten of Pentacles is saying, this could represent, basically, here's the point. Aquarius, here's what I'm going to say. Ten of Pentacles is a card of having it all, right? It's a card of having everything. I don't think you need to let go of having it all, or having the desire to have it all. But I do feel like it could be saying you need to let go of, more, what I would say is security. But I feel like this is false security, is what I'd say to you here, Aquarius. So you could have like, you could think that something is secure in your life, but it actually isn't. It could be a job. It could be a business. And I feel like this is saying you need to let go of that security. I also feel like this is saying that I don't really feel like this is something to let go of. I feel like it's more something you need to look into. The Ten of Pentacles to me says that there is hidden information. There are things in your life that maybe you are not aware of. But the Ten of Pentacles says with a little bit of digging, we can gather information about anything in our lives that will majorly improve our lives. So this could be in business, work, love, money, spirituality, health, pretty much anything. It does say, like I said, this card does represent, I'm trying to think of the best way to describe it, Aquarius, but to me, the Ten of Pentacles says that there is, like, hidden knowledge about things, but it's not really hidden. So that's why I don't like to use that word, because it is available to us if we kind of, like, do the research, or if we go, like, looking for the information as well. So this could just say that there are some secrets that you have to learn about whatever it is that you're dealing with in your life, but if you do that, that will lead to a lot of success for you. So I feel like a lot of you need to do some digging with this Ten of Pentacles. For others, like I said, I feel like this is just saying that, I feel like it's talking about gratitude for some reason is what's popping into my head. Like, again, it could be saying maybe you don't have everything you want in life yet, but maybe your life has improved significantly over the past few years. And it's just about needing to realize that things have improved significantly over the past few years. And once you do that, then, the more grateful we are, probably the more likely we are to get things that we want. So that's what I would say here with this card. I'm also getting something about messages or messaging is popping into my head as well. For some of you, I feel like you need to let go of wanting a message or something like that. I don't know, it's popping into my head here. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like, Aquarius, I feel like it's almost like you're waiting for something here with the Strength card. But I would let it go. So if you're waiting to hear from somebody or something, I would just let that go in 2020. But that's that. All right, Pisces, thank you as always for your patience. Really appreciate it. But Pisces, let's see what you need to let go of in 2020. And Pisces. Oh man, Pisces. So Justice, I feel like some of you, what this is saying is that you need to let go of the thought that, to me this is expectations in a certain way. I don't think that's true for all of you, but to me, Pisces, the Justice card says that what you need to let go of in 2020 is the thought that a certain amount of energy equals a certain amount of something else. So it's like maybe you think that if you put a certain amount of energy into a relationship, that you deserve a certain return on that energy that you put into the relationship. I feel like it's saying, of course, don't hold on to a relationship where there is no equal give and take. But I feel like it's saying that you need to be more realistic. Like, sometimes it's like someone can't just give to us all the time, right? Maybe it's just a period of time. I feel like this is saying that you need to recognize that sometimes people can't give you everything, for example, in a relationship right away. But eventually it'll come. So I feel like it's saying, that things aren't going to be out of balance. But I feel like it's saying occasionally things might fall out of balance, but they'll probably just come right back into balance eventually, right? Same thing with work as well. It's like maybe you're putting in a certain amount of work into your work or business. Maybe you're expecting some sort of return, but maybe you don't get the return that you were hoping for. But I feel like it's saying like almost, I almost feel like this is saying patience. Like I feel like it's saying that you will eventually get returned, but just maybe not as quickly as you would like. So I feel like some of you just need to realize that with the Justice card, that balance will come, but maybe just not as quickly as you would like. I also feel like it's saying that that it's okay if things are out of balance. I feel like it's saying that, every once in a while things fall out of balance, but then, things kind of balance right back out. There's no reason to worry about it with this card here, with the Justice card. Yeah, I would also say stop waiting for the perfect moment as well. The Justice card could represent the opposite of everything I just said for you, Pisces. Three of Wands says stop waiting for the perfect moment. I feel like I say this to you every single night, Pisces. The Three of Wands is like saying that there are certain things you desire in life. This says stop waiting and get started. So the Three of Wands wants you to get started on whatever it is that you're hoping to start, a project, a business, whatever. So I feel like, could be a relationship as well. So I feel like some of you need to kind of get started with this Three of Wands. Trust me, Pisces, I'm a Pisces. I'm not picking on you, right? So I totally get it. But I would just get started. It's almost like you're waiting for the perfect moment. I feel like the perfect moment is now to go for something that you want. Three of Wands is the step before commitment, Pisces. Three of Wands is about to be the Four of Wands. And it's like, once you make that commitment, then you have the freedom of the Four of Wands. So I feel like some of you just need to let go of waiting. And I feel like you need to get started on something now with this card. So there you go, Pisces. Thank you, Pisces. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Really appreciate it. Just so everybody knows, all the weekly readings are done, and they are up on the channel. So make sure to check those out if you haven't watched the weekly readings for next week. But that's that. Also, I'll be back tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, I'm going to do a daily reading. So we're just going to do a daily reading tomorrow night like I've been doing. If you have any ideas for more readings like this, like Sandy came up with a really great idea, leave a comment down below, and I'll be happy to answer these questions like this. So we'll probably be doing more of these, but thank you everybody again. But let's do a pick a card real quick, and we will do 1, 2, and 3 here, people. So what do we have for everybody? All right, if you pick card number 1, you have the Six of Pentacles and the Chariot. So I feel like for a lot of you, there could be some sort of victory coming in. Six of Pentacles, I feel like is a card of planting seeds. The Chariot is some sort of victory due to like work that you're doing. So I feel like this is you just taking control. I feel like it's you just putting energy into things where there is a positive return on your energy. So really, I just feel like a victory for you, card number 1. This could also be planning a move as well, if you're planning on moving, card number 1. If you pick card number 2, you have the Queen of Swords and the Star. So I feel like this could be you needing to open up to fame. Maybe not like literally becoming famous, card number 2, but maybe there is a certain amount of attention that you need to allow into your life. The Queen of Swords is like closed off energy. The Star is about needing to like step into the limelight, needing to step into attention or getting attention. So I feel like some of you need to get attention on something. Like this could be a hidden talent, gift, skill, or ability. Maybe you want to have your own YouTube channel. Maybe you want to be an actor in a play. I don't care what it is. This says you need to get the attention to do it. Could also be for other things as well, like love or getting a raise. This says like you need to get out there and get the attention so you can get those things. So that's what I'd say there. But the Star, there's hope, wishes, dreams, good things coming in. And if you pick card number 3, look at this, more attention. The Judgment card in the Sun. This to me says that you know exactly what you need to do in your life, or you have your eye on something that you strongly desire. I feel like for whatever reason, I feel like this Judgment card is saying, like, don't let something slip through your fingers. So I feel like some of you need to kind of like take advantage of an opportunity that's in front of you. This could be in work or business. Could also be love as well. Like this could be saying like maybe you're in love with someone. This could say like make the commitment now so that you don't lose it basically in the future. I almost feel like that Judgment card is talking about a second chance for some reason. So I feel like it could be saying like in love, for example, maybe you lost love in the past or you felt like you lost love. Maybe you have new love now, but it's like saying don't lose it again. Same thing in work or business as well. Same thing. I just feel like this is saying, like, don't lose an opportunity again. For others, I feel like there's just happiness coming in for you here. So, yeah, that looks really good. So, thank you, everybody, again. Really appreciate it. We are going to answer questions now, of course. And, of course, Super Chats will get preference. So I will try to answer as many people as I possibly can, as always. But please be patient, as always. And Super Chats will get preference, like I said. So let's see. Let me figure out where I was. And then we will get started here. Let's see here. And Claudia, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Love cards, please. You have the Moon, Claudia, and the Six of Swords. This is improvement in love. The Moon is like saying that maybe you haven't had the love that you desire, or you haven't had love for like a while. But the Moon is just a period of time. The Moon comes up, the Moon goes down, right? And the Sun comes up every single morning. So to me, this says like if you've been going through a period where you haven't had love, there's new love coming in the near future. Yeah, like a passionate new beginning. Definitely new love coming in for you. Oh snap, it's Suze. Hello. Thank you for the super chat. I feel like your employer feels good about you. Maybe a little bit reserved is what I'd say to you, Sue. So maybe you could open up more. Or, the Six of Pentacles is like putting in the work. What I will say is that the Six of Pentacles could say that they think that you could put in more work. But this is not a criticism. I wouldn't worry about it, Susie. or Suze. Are you a Susie? I don't know why I feel like calling you that, but what I would say to you, Suze, is that this right here says, like, maybe they feel like you could be working harder, but not in a bad way. Like, not like they think you're lazy or something like that, but maybe they just feel like you have more potential, if that makes sense. So that's what I'd say to you, but still good. JC, thank you for the super chat. JC says, Nicole, I feel you. Of course. Honey York, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say here, card for the weekend, love and work. You have the world, so I would get out there and date, as always. So to me, this is a card of dating, and I would get out there and date with that card for sure. And for work, you have the Empress, abundance. To me, the Empress can represent like kind of just being in a comfortable position as well. At work, it just says like things are going well. So I feel like things are going well for you at work. A. Smith, I think you super chat again, but thank you. You say, when do you think I will be single? I would say, do you want to be single? Because I would say right now. I feel like you could leave and find love right away if you wanted to. So I would say now. The Temperance card is a card of patience, but I feel like you could easily be single. All right. JC, thank you again for the super chat. And Brainiac, thank you for the super chat. Anything coming towards me in career? Hierophant, education is what 4 Pentacles. I feel like I always say to you, Brittany, I feel like there's like so much potential for you. Hierophant would represent education, so it could represent training opportunities. I would, again, we still have all this energy in Capricorn. I would be taking advantage of any type of training opportunity or anything like that. Probably will lead to more money. 4 Pentacles is like a card of stability, so like more stability in your career. JC, again, thank you for the super chat. New creative project, plan happening. Cards. Chariot, love it. And the 7 of Wands, yeah, this is just commitment. This is like total control, JC. This says, if you take control, you will be very successful. So, love it. I feel like there's a lot of success coming in for you there. JC, thank you for the super chat again. You say, you have skills, not just a pretty face. I do, of course. Beth Evans, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Bad legal news. Sorry to hear that. Card for the next step. You have the 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is fortune after difficulty. 2 of Cups. I'm wondering, is this about a divorce or something like that? Could be a divorce or something like that. But, 10 of Cups is fortune after difficulty. So it does say that there will be improvements. 2 of Cups says there will be improvements. High Priestess. High Priestess says trust your intuition. High Priestess also is a card kind of like the 10 of Pentacles because it is a card of mysteries, and it just says learn as much as you possibly can about the situation, and it just says education will kind of help you out. I have said this to people before. I like giving these examples just so people realize that things are possible, but people always say to me, like, I've said to people before in legal situations where I say learn as much as you can, and I'll say I'm not a lawyer, it can't help me, blah blah blah. I always say, like, what I say to those people is I once watched a documentary about a guy who was in prison who had no formal education at all, and he was able to learn something by reading law books that got him out of prison. And he had like no education. He had to teach himself how to read and everything like that. So I always say, if that guy can do it, so can you. So no excuses, but I would say learn as much as you can. You never know when you might learn something that could really help you. But it says there are like mysteries. Oh, no joke. The next card was the 10 of Pentacles, Beth. So boom, there you go. Christy Lee, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, what's going to happen in the next coming 6 months? You have the Devil here and the 7 of Swords. This to me would be like letting go of fears or letting go of toxic situations in your life. So this could be like a lot of healing, but it would be more like spiritual or it could be health healing as well, but it could also be like personal healing is what I'd say to you. Yeah, probably like walking away from sadness or sad situations is what I would say to you. Mispa, hello. Thank you for the super chat. Met with a lawyer today. She won't contact court. Guidance. You have the Judgment card, the 2 Wands. I feel like this would be like needing to be more bold, needing to be more assertive. Mispa is what I would say to you. So I would be more bold, more assertive is what I'd say here. Yeah, 6 of Wands. 6 of Wands is a victory though. So I feel like there is like some sort of victory coming in for you is what I'd say there. Mispa. So I still feel like some sort of positive change. Purple Magnol, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. What should I let go of? The star. Well, this would be the star could represent like some sort of dream, but I'd say don't let go of some sort of dream. There's just too much good energy for letting go of a dream at this time. But this could represent kind of like what I feel is like it could represent like needing to let go of the need for answers, or like the need for recovery as well. Like some people, I feel like this could just represent needing to keep the momentum going. The Star is a card of rest, relaxation, and renewal. So like if you are working towards a goal, for example, this could say that you need to let go of sleep. And I'm definitely not suggesting that, but it's kind of like a card that says maybe you need to let go of those things. Yeah, I feel like you need to let go of things that no longer serve you. 80-20 rule, right? I've been talking about this for like over a year. The Ten of Wands to me is a card that says maybe, to me it's a card of releasing burdens, but sometimes to me the Ten of Wands says, maybe we can't always release everything that we want to let go of. We can't always release all our responsibilities. But the Ten of Wands does say, maybe there are certain responsibilities that you don't need to hold on to anymore. Brandy, there are certain things that are just weighing you down that are no longer helpful. So it's about like letting go of things that no longer serve you. So that's what I'd say there. Brandy, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Brandy, you say some general and career cards, please. You have the Ace of Swords in general. So Ace of Swords, as always, Brandy, laser-like focus. So I feel like you just need to kind of like focus on things that you want at this time, Brandy, and focus on your desires, basically, with the Ace of Swords, or, focus on whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. And, yeah, it's a card of victory. And for career, you have the Queen of Wands. Everybody's been getting this card lately for career. Queen of Wands, to me, is very obvious. It's very wholehearted, but it's more of a bold and assertive energy. It just says, if you want to grow in career, you have to be more bold and assertive with the Queen of Wands, or you have to really go for things that you want. So that's what I'd say to you. San, cards for tomorrow, please. Hopefully some love. San, you have the Lovers. So thank you for the super chat, by the way. But definitely could be love, is what I'd say to you. 3 cups. Having a good time, celebrating happiness, like all sorts of good things. So this looks very positive for you, San. And literally love. I mean, that's crazy. So yes, love. Christy Lee, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Will I have a guy in this life that will truly love me and commit to me for life? If so, will we be happy together? You have the 7 of Pentacles, Page of Cups. I would say yes. Page of Cups is an admirer, Christy Lee. So yeah, I feel like you just have to make the choice. 7 of Pentacles is like waiting too long for something. 3 Wands, waiting for the perfect moment. So I feel like you need to get out there and date and meet someone, is what I'd say to you. Yeah, let go of the fears. 9 of Swords, fears from the past. Knight of Pentacles, yes, I feel like you will. Yes, of course. Knight of Pentacles is like putting in the work, but this could also be a person. It could be an earth sign coming in for you. Nettie, hello. Thank you for the super chat. Advice on energies around me, please, Chris. I need direction for the new moon in Aquarius tomorrow. I feel Nicole's pain. I hear you. You have the Ace of Pentacles, Nettie. Ace of Pentacles is about accepting an opportunity that comes your way. Ace of Pentacles, to me, is the hero's journey. To me, I know a lot of readers read the Ace of Pentacles as like money that you just get or something like that. To me, it can absolutely represent like a financial offer or something along those lines. But to me, it's more of a journey. There's always like a portal on the Ace of Pentacles. There's always like some sort of path that leads to an opening. So to me, it's a card of like going on some sort of journey where there will be ups and downs and needing to accept those things. Yeah, Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords is the step before authority. It's like the step before you become an authority figure, or the step before you take control over your life. So I feel like you could be doing that, and yeah, it could definitely lead to kind of like feeling off balance or feeling like things are not working out for you. So that's what I'd say to you. Yeah, authority. What did I just say? King of Swords. So it's like you are about to become an authority figure in your life, but you just have to keep pushing. Brittany X, thank you again for guidance. You have the 9 of Cups and the Strength card. I feel like this is what you're moving towards, like satisfaction and fulfillment with the 9 of Cups. The Strength card is just a card of patience, like needing to be patient before you get those things. Yeah, the Sun. Did I say Sun? That's crazy. Strength card. I meant to say Strength, and you have the Sun. So, yeah, I feel like there's happiness coming in for you as well, but I feel like you just need to be patient at this time. Louisa, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, a few for my Aries hubby. He's hoping for another job. 3 of Swords, I would say yes. 3 of Swords is actually, thank you, Louisa, by the way, for the super chat. 3 of Swords is actually a good card for a new job, because it can just represent some sort of separation, or like leaving another job to get another job. Or it could represent maybe he was fired or let go, or maybe he quit or whatever. So it just represents kind of like the change. And the 4 of Wands is something new to commit to. So yeah, King of Cups. King of Cups to me represents a return. So the King of Cups to me represents a return to anything in life. So yeah, could definitely be a return to a job, basically. So yes, definitely a job. Veronica, thank you for the super chat. Veronica, you can have whatever you want at this time. You have the Magician. The Magician, to me, is like a card of attraction, of course, or attracting things that you want into your life. I feel like almost like some sort of disconnect. This isn't going to sound really weird, Veronica, but it's almost like I see two lines, but one going over the other. Like, I feel like you're trying to get two lines to go like this. I know it sounds weird, but it's like you're trying to make some sort of connection. I feel like there's, like, no connection happening. I feel like it's, like, talking about the way that you are speaking. Like, it's almost like you need to change your language. I don't think this is like not literally changing your language. I feel like it's like saying that maybe you're trying to connect with something together in your life that's, you know, that's kind of is on a different level or on a different energetic kind of wavelength, basically. So I feel like this is about needing to like raise your vibration. I'm getting all that stuff here is what I'd say to you, Veronica, but still, I love the Magician. It says you can have whatever you want. Christy Lee, thank you again for the super chat. You say, even though Wayne criticizes me for seeing a psychic, he has actually booked one with someone he doesn't know. What will the outcome be after he gets his reading? The Emperor, still the same. This is what I would say to you. Nine of Pentacles. The Emperor is like, you know what's really funny about the Emperor, Christy, is that the Emperor could represent like seeing something, like maybe the psychic that he goes and sees, like, you know, brings up a lot of things that are true or whatever. And the Emperor could represent like hiding their true feelings. So it's like maybe he really does believe it, but it's like maybe he's also not going to change after it. But, you know, who cares, right? I don't try to get anybody to try to believe what I do at all. So I know people always get bent out of shape when people like hate on psychics and things like that, but like, you know, who cares, right? But the Nine of Pentacles is still thinking about it. Yeah, King of Wands. This is interesting because this could say that maybe the psychic pushes him more towards desires in life. The King of Wands, the Knight of Wands to me is like moving towards desire in life, like things that you desire to do. So it could be pushing him towards his true purpose or pretty much anything, but that's kind of interesting, Christy. Robin, hello. Thank you for the super chat. Will they allow me to transfer for what security did? Justice, yes. I would say yes. To me, I would say if this is like a justice type situation, Robin, then I would say yes, definitely. This to me would just be a yes card in general. So I would say yes. So that's that. Cynthia, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You have the Ten of Swords, needing to let go of something that's dead, done, over with, Cynthia. A death card, going through a transformation. Ace of Cups, some sort of, you know, to me, this is like some sort of love offer, but this could represent like letting go of past love, Cynthia, so that you can have new love. It could also just represent like some sort of transformation that leads to a lot of happiness. Like, you know, to me, this could be a love offer that makes you happy. So I like it. Literally, Michelle, does D want to reach out? I'd say yes, the Wheel of Fortune. So especially if you have been together before, then I would say yes with the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune is a return, basically. So I would say yes. Lisa, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Will Aries and I end up together? Page of Swords, Hangman. This is like a lot of delays is what I would say to you, Lisa. This doesn't say yes or no. But it's like waiting too long, right, with that Hangman. So I would say, what is your answer? Queen of Pentacles, I would say no. Queen of Pentacles would be you picking a new path. It would be you picking someone new because this Aries is too slow, is what I would say to you. So, yeah, I would say no. Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. Yeah, if I was being honest, I would say no. It's like they're just, like, moving too slowly. Robin, again, thank you for the super chat. You say, will my principal believe me or security? You or security? I feel like you. Six of Cups. Six of Cups is a turnaround, Robin. You know, Six of Cups is obstacles being removed from your life. So I would say you. This is a card of happiness as well. Darlene, hello. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, what will be my biggest challenge this year? Self-imposed restriction with the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is keeping yourself trapped for no reason. Eight of Swords, Darlene, you know what the easy solution to the Eight of Swords is? Is the easy solution to this card is realizing that you are too close to an issue. Yeah, and realizing you have options. So I always say Eight of Swords to me represents like being right up against a wall, and maybe the wall is only as big as your face, but it's like you don't realize that you can just walk right around it because you're too close to the problem, if that makes sense. So I would say that's your biggest challenge. 4 cups is realizing that you have options to any challenges or any changes that you're trying to create in your life at this time. So this would say that there are going to be a lot of options for you. So that could be the biggest change that is going to be happening for you this year, is realizing that you can be free and seeing all the options that you have, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's like you're putting in the work to create more freedom in your life. Again, that would be Uranus and Taurus to me. So to me, that's not a very, to me, that's a very easy answer, because to me, everybody's working on that. But it's what the cards say. So there you go. Beliefs become reality. Hold on one second, because let me just get a new deck going here. While we're at it, beliefs become reality. Thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, important person in my life moving across country in less than 2 weeks. I feel like I've accepted it, but I'm so emotional and raw, which is unlike me, and I'm really struggling. Guidance. Let's see what we have for you. I like 2 shuffles here. Beliefs become reality. So hold on one second. You have the Ace of Swords, the King of Pentacles. Yeah, I feel like this will be good for you. King of Pentacles, very stable card. Ace of Swords is some sort of victory. So obviously this could be a victory for you, or some sort of win, if that makes sense. King of Pentacles, some sort of permanent change in your life. Yeah, look at this. 10 of Pentacles. These are very positive cards, is what I would say to you. King of Pentacles to me is a card of permanence, or like a permanent change coming into your life, but it's also very stable. 10 of Pentacles, having everything you want, or having everything you desire in your life as well. Yeah, I would just be patient, be strong at this time. This is a card of like surprising people as well. So yeah, that's what I would say there. So I really like this for you, is what I would say. So I feel like things are going to go well. I'm trying to find other things to say. Justice. Justice is just cause and effect, but also a card of balance. So yeah, that's what I'd say to you. I feel like that looks really, really good. Amazing. Really good cards. Honey York, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Still with Michael. What does world card mean then? World card could be dating. World card is like setting up goals, is what I'd say to you. The other thing I would say to you, Honey York, for being with a person, is that the world represents integration. So it's like bringing each other's lives together, if that makes sense. So that could represent a deeper commitment, moving in together. Could represent anything like that. So still a really good card for both of you, is what I'd say. Yeah, 4 of Pentacles, more stability, Honey York. Christy Lee, thank you again for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, is Wayne really looking for a relationship that benefits him financially? I would say no, is what I'd say to you. Nine of Swords would just say no to your question, so I would say no. Yeah, you have the King of Cups. This would be emotional, not just financial. So I would say no. I feel like he's looking for an emotional connection with the King of Cups. King of Cups is very emotionally stable as well. JC, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, I know you are no doctor, but I have an appointment next week. How bad is it? I would say good news, 6 of Wands. So I feel like things will be fine. I'm not a doctor, of course, JC, but I feel like things will be fine for you here with this card. And yeah, I feel like things will work out as well. Good news, like I said. 7 of Cups, and maybe not what you're thinking, basically. So I feel like things will be fine for you there. Did I miss Joey's super chat? Joey, sorry if I missed your super chat. Thank you for the super chat as well. Really appreciate it. You say, I had 2 interviews last week for receptionist, admin assistant, logging company, and silver and gold company. Will I get one of those jobs? I feel like you could get the silver and gold company. The logging one has the death card. Not a bad card. Definitely could be a job offer, but it doesn't really say it is a job offer, is what I'm trying to say. But 3 cup celebration for the silver and gold company. So yeah, I'd say silver and gold with that card. I like it. All right. Now I'm lost. Robin, thank you again for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Should I confront security for what they did? I would say no, is what I would say to you here. I would just be patient in the whole situation with these 2 cards. So I would say no. 3 Wands is definitely a card of sticking up for yourself, is what I'd say to you, Robin. But like under the right circumstances, if that makes sense. So it wouldn't be just like going and confronting them. It would be confronting them when they need to. I keep telling people there's too much energy in the astrology where if you go and confront somebody for something, it's just gonna make you look look guilty, especially with the astrology. Even if you're not, I'm not saying you're guilty or anything like that. I'm just saying the astrology is such that if we like try to stand up for ourselves when it's not called for, then we'll be the ones that look like we're guilty. So we just need to kind of let things go. Again, I don't like to get political on this channel, but look at Trump, right? He's basically just the Teflon man, right? It's like nothing can stick to him. And why do you think that is? Basically he just mocks everything that comes his way, or he just totally ignores it. So again, I'm not political. I'm not making a political statement here. I'm sure I just lost half my subscribers again, but what I would say is, just don't react to it, is what I'd say to you. Flippa, thank you for the super chat. Flippa, if you have a question, pop it in down below, and I will be happy to answer it. Raymond, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Love card for tomorrow. Seven of Pentacles. I would just keep it slow, keep it steady. Seven of Pentacles is a good card, Raymond. It's like a card of planting seeds and finding growth. So I would just like take your time with this card, is what I'd say to you. San, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Anything I should know? The Fool. I feel like it's time to take a leap of faith, San. I feel like it's time to get started. I feel like it's time to start taking action with this card. So I feel like you're more than prepared. I feel like you're more than ready to get something going, basically. Raymond, thank you for this super chat. Really appreciate it. How does my boss, Miguel, view my work ethic? 4 cups. 4 cups. Hierophant, I mean, this isn't good. It's not bad either, is what I'd say to you, Raymond. This is like average. So maybe that's literally the word that's popping into my head. So maybe he just sees your work as like average, or basically just enough, basically, is what I'd say to you. So maybe you could put in more work. The Hierophant is a card of like learning as well. So it could say maybe there are opportunities for you to learn more, to be more successful. Could also see you as someone who has options. I don't know. Eight of Pentacles is a really good card, Raymond. So I feel like he sees you as a hard worker still. Christy Lee, thank you for the super chat again. You say here, will Wayne and I stay together for the rest of our lives? I would definitely say yes. The page, this isn't really a solid yes, is what I'd say to you, Christy, but it's pretty darn close. Lovers, obviously, love. The Page of Wands is a card of being on a journey, so kind of like, being together for life, if that makes sense. So I would basically say yes with this card here. Yeah, 2 wands. 2 wands is like taking the lead. 2 wands is also a journey. It says you have the whole world in your hands. So I would say yes. I feel like it's definitely possible. Things can always change. Again, time is fluid. Things change all the time, but I would say yes. Flippa, how is Hamish feeling about me currently? 3 of Pentacles, wanting to put the work in. It's like a card of, teamwork. So, like, needing to work on a team. I feel like they see you as single, though. 9 of Pentacles, being very independent. But 3 of Pentacles is like wanting to work together on a team, basically, is what I would say to you. Veronica, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Do you have any suggestions to raise my vibration? You have the Emperor. I would just say, like, follow a plan here with this card. I feel like, here's the thing, though, because you had the Magician card. That's why I said the raise your vibration thing, Veronica, right? What I would say is don't try to do it with the 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups is like looking too deeply into something. I would just say, remember what I said, was it you that I said this to? Where I said basically, like, millionaires do a certain thing. Like, I'm not saying you want to be a millionaire, right? But I was, like, talking about this earlier. They, like, do certain things that make them a millionaire. They have certain behaviors, if that makes sense. So I feel like this is saying, like, if there is something you want, try to mimic the behaviors that a person who would have those things would have. Did that make sense, what I just said? But that's what I'd say to you. Emperor just says follow a plan. So it just says follow a plan to raise your vibration. I don't think there's some sort of, like, magical, crazy thing that we have to do to raise our vibration. I feel like we just have to match what, the activities that someone would do to get something that they want, basically. Or, if there's like a certain type of person that you're trying to be, then it would say, like, create those behaviors, if that makes sense. Moon Honey, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. What am I not seeing? 10 of Cups, probably, 10 of Cups is like fortune after difficulty. So it could be just saying that your life is a lot better than you realize. So it could represent, like, needing to be grateful or needing to kind of, like, see the things that have improved in your life. So in a lot of ways, it could just represent needing to kind of, like, see that things have improved, basically. So I feel like you just need to see the improvements. Cynthia, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Cynthia, you say here, will I be able to get a bungalow apartment help? I would say yes. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is good news. Page of Pentacles is definitely, what I will say is that Page of Pentacles is definitely anxieties. But it's also a card of good news about anything having to do with money or whatever. So, yes, is what I'd say to you. Robin, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, should I talk to my principal about it privately? I feel like you could, for sure. King of Wands could definitely be a principal, by the way. And the star would say that, could represent like the light, the information coming out. So I would say yes if you want to. So yes. Georgia, thank you for... Did you change your name? That's weird. Georgia, thank you for the super chat. A card for love. Is a relationship coming in soon? Judgment, Page of Swords, yes. Page of Swords is a really good card, Georgia, for dating online. So that's what I would say to you. Judgment is just like a rebirth, like starting over, finding love. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune, a lot of luck coming in for you in love. So... I would say yes. I feel like there's definitely love coming in for you with this card. A lot of luck. Like I said, Ace of Cups. So, yes, definitely. Yes, yes, yes. But I would get out there. It could be an air sign with the Page of Swords. I would say that's not always true, though. Page of Swords could just represent someone who's very childlike. We're not talking about in a bad way. We're talking about in a good way. Someone who's, like, very playful. Someone who's very, wants to have fun. Things like that. Flippa, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Again, you say, what has been on Darius's mind about me currently? Ten of Swords, moving on. So, have they moved on? Yeah. This could be, like, if this was a breakup, they could just be thinking about the separation. Or, again, if you're away from each other, could just be thinking about the fact that the two of you are kind of, like, away from each other with these two cards, is what I'd say to you. Throw away. Is Johnny going to apologize to me? I would say no. The Hangman to me says that you are going to be waiting for the rest of your life for an apology. So you know what I would do? I would just not wait, is what I'd say there. So I wouldn't even bother waiting with that card. To me, the Hangman's the worst card in the deck. So let me just say that. Tamara, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. You say, can I get a card on love, please? Yes. You have the Five of Cups. Needing to let go of the past, needing to let go of past, like sadness, worries, fears, doubts, like all that other stuff. Queen of Cups, some sort of change in love for you, Tamara. Five of Pentacles, yeah, like sadness, so thinking about sadness. I think it's time to kind of like let go of the past, like I said. This to me would represent a change of direction of love. Yeah, the Sun. I feel like a lot of people would want to pay attention to you, Tamara. The Sun to me is definitely a card of dating, kind of, because it's a card of getting attention. It's a card of like needing to stand out and needing to get attention in some way. So I would get out there, Tamara, with this card. Six of Cups. Yeah, this could definitely represent letting go of the past, but Six of Cups to me is also like saying to try again. To me, it's a card that says try again, you will find love, basically, is what I would say to you. So that's that. So there we go. Alright. So let's see. Shoni, will me and Corey be in... I lost your question. Will we be in a relationship in the future? I would say no. Yeah, I would say no. I feel like you'll just never get what you want out of the situation. I feel like I said this to you already. But the Six of Pentacles to me is basically not getting what you want in love. It's not enough. So I would say no. Flip, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. Will Darius reach out to me again? Ten of Wands, Chariot. This would say you would have to take control, so I would say no. The Chariot says you would have to be the one to do it. The Chariot says you have the choice, not him. So I would say no. If you reached out, I feel like you would maybe get a response, but again, would it be the type of response you want? Probably not. Diana, you say, I need to know if I'm in the right relationship. I would say no, because to me, you should just know. If you're in the right relationship, you should just know that you're in the right relationship. So I would say no with those cards for sure. Ninja, hello. You have the Ace of Pentacles. Love it, Ninja. Ninja, this could be a job offer. The Moon, I feel like you need to let go of your fears and stuff, but that's what I'd say to you. Sandy, Wellnessa Coaching, reading idea. Best single thing to invest in for great results. I love it. Let's do it. Best thing to invest in for results. All right, perfect. That's what we will do. Not tomorrow. What's tomorrow? I don't even know what tomorrow is. Friday? So tomorrow, yeah, we'll do it Saturday. That's what we'll do on Saturday. Love it. Big Man Haynes, you have the 9 of Cups. Wish, I feel like there's happiness, satisfaction coming in for you. Devil, I would say let go of toxic energy, but I feel like things are going to start turning around for you. Queen Z, will I have a new lover? Yes, definitely. Ace of Wands, a lover, literally. So, yes, no doubt about it. Sartre, or however you say your name, I would say no. I feel like they're too closed off at this time. A Winter, I hope so. I feel like you will. Raymond, thank you for the super chat. Will Sky and Noel lose their jobs, or will I? I wouldn't worry about it too much. But I feel like you will be fine. Raymond is what I'd say to you with these cards, so probably them. Shanika, hello. Cards for the weekend. You have the 4 Swords, the Tower. I wouldn't worry about the Tower. As I would say, Shanika, the Tower can just represent rebuilding. Really, this could just represent rest, relaxation, recovery, taking your time, doing things you want to do. 5 Wands, I would just avoid conflict, is what I'd say to you. But the 4 Swords is like a nice, relaxing weekend at home, is what I'd say to you. Flippa, thank you for the super chat. Really appreciate it. I would say no, if I'm being honest with you. 7 of Swords, I do not like. 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands says don't give up, but the 7 of Swords to me is a card of like lying, cheating, stealing, so I would say no, is what I'd say there. Raymond, thank you for the super chat. I feel like someone very attractive, High Priestess, could be a Pisces as well. I don't really think it's a Pisces, though, if I'm being honest with you, Raymond. I feel like it's just probably someone very intuitive. The Empress is someone very attractive, someone very abundant. So I feel like this is someone that could be coming in for you. Definitely. Yeah, Page of Cups could be someone with water in their chart. Admirer. Jakira, you say here, what career do you see me going into? Whatever you want. People always ask me, like, what do you see me doing? But the problem is we have free will, right? The cards can't say you're going to go into this career or that career. I mean, the cards can kind of give you ideas. They can, kind of say certain things. But the problem with the Magician is that the Magician says you can have whatever you want. The Magician says, what do you want to do? What do you desire? And it says you can do it. So this says you have hidden talents, gifts, skills, and abilities that you need to be using. So what are your hidden talents, gifts, skills, and abilities that you're not using, is what I'd say to you. Christy Lee, thank you for the super chat. You say, is the guy in the granny flat that is my admirer that wants long term? 6 of Swords. I feel like it's possible, is what I'd say to you. Knight of Cups is a Knight in Shining Armor. 6 of Swords is improvement, so I would say, is it the guy in the granny flat that is my admirer that wants long term? I feel like it's definitely possible. Knight of Cups, somebody who wants to sweep you off your feet. Yeah, I feel like he's very attracted to you, so I would say yes, for sure. Queen Z, thank you for the kind words. Really appreciate it. Alright. A Winter, you have missed. Yeah, thank you for being here. Really appreciate it. Haley, 8 of Swords. Haley, 8 of Swords says you need to, like, set yourself free. It's card of being, trapped and stuck in prison. So it says there are a lot of options. OCJE, you have the Temperance card for love. 4 Wands. This could say, like, Temperance is patience, but this could basically say the next person you meet is going to be, like, the person you marry. So, definitely very, very good for you. So, great for love. Alright, I will answer, like, a couple more questions, people. And then I'm going to take off here. Actually, let me get a new deck. So, if you have a question that I have not answered you tonight, get it in down below. Raymond, thank you for the super chat. I would say, without pulling any cards, I would say yes, of course, because, that is how the question was asked, basically. So I would say yes. But, yeah, patience, I would say yes to you. Queen of Wands, I feel like you get the Queen of Wands a lot as well. But I would say yes, yeah, Ace of Cups, so yes. Christy Lee, again, thank you. Is it the partner on with last night that will end up with by the name of Wayne? You have the 5 of Pentacles, 5 of Swords. I would say no with these 2 cards. Hold on. Christy, I feel like this deck wasn't shuffled properly there. So, Christy, let's see. Christy, can you clarify that question? You say, is it the partner on... I'm not sure exactly what you're asking there. Christy Lee, feel free to clarify your question. Owana, can you please tell me if Frony, it's done with the 3 Tea Party? I'm not sure what you're saying either, but I would say yes. I think. I'm just going to wait for Christy Lee here to pop her question in and see if she can clarify that. But I'm not sure. And we will see. Maybe not. Let's see. Christy Lee, I'm just going to pull. I feel like things are fine with this person, is what I said to you. Nine of Cups, wish, fulfillment. Eight of Wands says you know the right answer. Basically, Eight of Wands is hitting your mark. It's like hitting a bullseye. So it basically just says that your thoughts are on the right thing, more or less. Nine of Cups is a wish and fulfillment. So I'd say whatever you're wishing for is what you'll get. Yeah, the Page of Cups is admirer. So that's what I would feel for you there. So I would say yes to your question, I think. So I hope that makes sense. But all right, thank you everyone for being here. Really appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow night at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We are just going to do a regular daily reading for all signs. So thank you everyone for being here. Really appreciate it. And definitely have a good night.